Alright, and welcome to Dota 2 Professional League 2018 Season 5, not 2016. Don't forget, the name at the top is wrong. We've got the debut game of Keen Gaming, as well as LGD.Forever Young a la LFY. Keen Gaming coming off of, I believe, WESG recently, and open qualifiers for Epicenter, so they're coming into this playing a lot of games as we get into this draft. Tusk Witch Doctor for Keen Gaming, Elder Titan, Dragonite for LFY, and I am joined by the ever so great Bottom of the Moon. Instead of Tsunami this time, he is Bottom of the Moon, and I want to hear his opinion on the draft so far.
Will do, as soon as possible, considering Gyrocopter already banned out, as we're kinda used to in China right now. Gyro started off being super popular into getting banned almost every time first stage together with Omni Knight. Keen Gaming picking up the Tusk Witch Doctor. Strong opener, two heavy supports for roaming. But LGD very young, they're not stopping, they're going Elder Titan Dragon Knight, so this is no fear of an OD, considering that old chicken is pretty good on his OD and the Death Prophet. And the Shadow Fiend, like all the popular mid ones, he plays it like man. They only banned out the Shadow Fiend so far, but they might as well just face like a really early OD coming out. So I'm not sure if this Dragon Knight is going to be for the mid lane, or if they just want to run him on off lane or safe lane and just play around him.
Yeah, Dragonite's been getting played in a bunch of different lanes recently, which is really surprising. You know, he's been such a staple to mid over the last couple of, I would say, years. But now we're seeing him transition more into like a safe laner or an off laner. What draws him more to these lanes other than, you know, why is he getting pulled more away from mid and getting put into these lanes a little bit more?
Well, he kind of takes up the role of like the old Clockwork that you would run on the offlane simply for the fact that you were so tanky, and if you get initiated, you drop the cogs and just run away. Problem with that Clockwork was there's like a disruptor on the field, can't pull you out of it. Tusk is on the field, can't zone you in, even so you don't have that movement advantage over your enemy anymore. And Dragonite is like, yeah, I don't get a movement spell, but I get armor and I get a lot of regen. Have fun. So most of the time you just see Dragonite turning around, using Breath Fire on 2 or 3 of your heroes if you have a trial in, and just run away. So just to sustain on the Dragonite despite not having any escape spell like a Blink, just makes him so good for the offlane, especially if you pair it with a hero like the Elder Titan who can TP in if there's like a really heavy gank coming in. He just stomps and then everybody is fine. So Dragon is like one of these heroes, try to bring him down. He's like an Omni Knight with more armor.
Ooh, kind of like that comparison. And how do you think he fares with like an Elder Titan? Because I've seen Elder Titan, and especially recently where you're seeing him picked up or banned out quite often. Is this a great pairing with, you know, Dragon Tail, Echo Stomp, and all that, just to be able to have that AoE lockdown as well as the Dragon Tail lockdown?
Well, having additional stuns to add to the chain, or having more zone potential in general, that's cool. But most of the time, Stomp with the reduction from the Breath Fire, that's a lot of utility in the fight. So it's more of a combination of you don't have armor because of Elder Titan, so Dragonite hits for almost pure damage on you, and then you also add the Breath Fire, so you can't even hit back. It's just two really tanky heroes that can gain a lot of momentum. That's a Death Prophet coming out. Called it.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, that you did.
Third pick DP.
Third pick Death Prophet comes out. They've got the Witch Doctor, Tusk, a combination, honestly, that I do love. It's a roaming duo combination for supports that you see them. They are pretty aggressive with the Maledict early, as well as the Cask, and then the Snowball Ice Shards. They really know how to disrupt a lane, and they really also know how to help a lane. And with the Death Prophet mid, or, well, I wouldn't say that for sure, because we have seen Death Prophet go safe lane from time to time. I wouldn't be surprised to see Tusk and Witch Doctor really roaming to help out this Death Prophet.
So if the Death Prophet chooses to go for that mid lane, which is right now it's probably the case, LFY, they're looking for that second mid hero. They're picking up an AA now, so that's a great pickup. They hit down to the third pick, so Death Prophet has a natural enemy now in the field. Together with Elder Titan, that's a lot of setup already. So I wouldn't be surprised if we would see something like a Void coming out together with the Elder Titan. So looking like at a Dragonite mid, Elder Titan Void offlane, and AA plus a safe lane on the top lane for them. That might be an opportunity, but I think they really want to hit their real mid pick for like the last 2 picks, if not the 5th pick, for LFY, and then just roll with Dragonite on safe or offlane.
I was thinking one of the combinations you see with Ancient Apparition is CKA. Is that too greedy with the Dragonite, or could they do that? Is that too much melee for them? Now it might be.
Oh, the deny pick. Oh, really nice. Picking it up with the Witch Doctor, having that counter. So back to the question. CK, I guess it could work, but not
No,
with the
against
Void
this,
on the
yeah.
field, because now you have that heavy lockdown. As well as before that, there was the Witch Doctor. So you're always looking at the cask against your illusions. That can ruin you over if you throw it out. Also, there's that silence from Death Prophet. Don't forget, like the CK animation has a little bit of a cast point, and you can't really afford getting silence at the start of a team fight.
Yeah. So now they go to the Void. They've got the Witch Doctor Void combination, as well as Death Prophet there, too. So, I mean, I like the team fight coming out from Keen Gaming. Is this going to be safe lane Void? We see maybe an off lane Void. They go to something else in the safe lane. Typically, we have been seeing him safe lane, and now up against this Sven. Any other thoughts coming into your mind in terms
Yeah,
of
this is not going to be an offlane Void. If you're up against the Sven Ancient Apparition, that's a guaranteed stun on the Faceless Void with bonus damage and damage chipping in from Sven nonetheless. So they kind of have to run him at another lane now. It means he's probably going to be up against the Elder Titan, which is not the best lane for him either, because Elder Titan hits really hard against agility carries. But we're going to see what to do. I'm really excited for the LFY fifth pick. It's going to be that mystery mid pick. Might as well be something like a Shadow Fiend if they want to get greedy. One of the better picks if there's a Tusk on board.
Yeah, unfortunately, Shadow Fiend is banned out, so...
It is indeed. Alright, never mind. And they're banning out the Puck.
I'm surprised, because I feel like the Void can be easily countered here by LGD. They've got the Elder Titan to throw the Stomp in there, and now they've got the Song to work with, so I feel like they're countered heavily.
I must say, the Naga pick is really nice against the Faceless Void. Keen had the right idea going for the Void instead, because I'm really sure that LFY wanted to pick him up in the 4th slot, simply because there was that AA on the field. They had the Elder Titan as a setup. They had all the tools available to them to go for the Void themselves and then just lock the Death Prophet down before the fight even starts, after the Exorcism is dropped. But it can still work out for them, I would say. LFY has a lot of armor reduction and a lot of sustain in the lanes. Dragonite's Sven really tanky heroes. They shouldn't have that much trouble against the Maledict from Witch Doctor. But we haven't seen a 5th pick from Keen yet. So they might completely switch it right now.
Seems like a very hard draft to run with, especially against what LFY is bringing to the table. And for their final pick, they're going to go with the Clockwork. So how do you feel about this? It just seems a little bit like they've been countered, and Clockwork might be a little bit weak for them.
It's definitely really weak against the Naga Siren. Not too good against the Ancient Apparition as well. Clockwork holds his ground against both Elder Titan and Dragonite in terms of harassment. Not sure what they want to do yet. Looks like they're running the Tusk with the Clockwork on the offlane with Safe Lane Void. I would definitely favor LFY here. I think their draft is more solid in both terms of survivability and utility. Just chipping in. If there's a Chrono in the ground, we're going to see a Naga Song, we're going to see an Ancient Apparition ultimate, we see an Elder Titan stomping in, so it's more for like, you better get at least 4 heroes on your Chrono, or it's going to be entirely useless in the fight.
Yeah, not only are you going to get stomped, but there's going to be an AA ult in every single affair, so it seems just so tough for them to get off the ground. To a point where I don't even know what they really want to do here as King Gaming. What is their game plan?
Well, you have a Death Prophet and a Faceless Void, so you're going to be hyper-aggressive because you can't out-carry Sven, Naga, Dragonite. There's just... all of the heroes from the side of LFY have carry potential going later on the line. So it's probably going to be a battle for Fury on the Void nonetheless, so they have that potential late game answer. But they really want to chip in the mid game with they have a Tusk and Witch Doctor, so they're going to utilize these levels to push their entires. They have the Death Prophet as well, so every Exorcism is about to drop at least at tier 1, if not a tier 2 tower. They can bring the initiative. They have a pretty safe Exorcism coming out. So they're probably going to wait for the Song initiation, keep Faceless Void in the backline, as well as the Clockwork, and as soon as like the Song ends, they want to chip in and really deny the Sven any possibility. With the Clockwork up and running, I must say it's looking pretty grim for the Sven in the mid game, because nobody in his team is really going for that 4 stuff early on, so he might get stuck in the power cogs and then just do nothing for the next 7-8 seconds.
So we go around the horn as we take a look. Super's going to be on this Dragonite, Monet on the safe lane, Sven. Ooh, actually, before we get started there, Yuna is going to be going in a little bit deep. Let's see what he's able to do against 5 of these heroes from the side of LFY. The only thing he really can do is run. So let's get back at it as we've got Monet on the Sven, Inflame on the Naga, Afu on the Elder Titan, as well as Yao on the Ancient Apparition. So that puts the Naga in the off-lane role, getting a little bit more farm than, let's say, a 4 position. How is the build still similar, or are we seeing a little bit more of a heavier core role here for Naga?
I really hope we're gonna see like a really early Meteor Hammer coming out, because they have a nice setup for it. They have two big initiation stuns with the Dragon Tail and the Sven stun coming out. Then they have to follow up by A as well as the Elder Titan, and they have always the net to work with, so Meteor Hammer will have a lot of targets. However, I really don't like core Naga. Not at all. And you probably know that because I keep whining about it. Let's face it, who likes Naga games in core positions?
The only thing worse is a Naga Medusa game, especially back in the day when it was just like, you knew that was a 90-minute game. There was no way around it. But Monet is going to be going seemingly by himself right now. He's going to be up against the Witch Doctor as well as the Void. So the Void's going in the off lane for the time being. That throws Dark on this Clockwork in the safe lane, which is a little bit of surprise. And then you've got, of course, the Death Prophet over mid, Old Chicken with Yuna up against Super. But Super level 1 without the Dragon Blood is a little bit susceptible at the moment. So we'll see what they're able to do. They actually do get the Ice Shards to come on down. Now they're continuing to hit away with Spirit Siphon coming through, but with no Crit Swarm, they just don't have the damage to kill off Super just yet. He's able to find that level 2. Now he's got the Dragon Blood, and that regen's going to start kicking in. They turn it into a tri-lane over top for LFY. They switch it up a little bit. They want to be up against this Faceless Void, and is that just purely because they want to shut him down?
I think that was the right move from LFY. So they had like kind of the double switchery. They were first of all, they wanted to go with the Sven, go with the aggressive tri-lane to go aggressive against the Faceless Void, against the Witch Doctor. Keen kind of threw it out and go back
instead. They've got the Storm Hammer over top. They've got the Chilling Touch. The damage is there. They should be able to get the kill. It will be first blood for Monet. Now they look over at MS, who gets the kill onto Yao. Continue to chase, and he does have Time Walk to work with. And there it finally is.
Yeah, that just shows again, like they have the perfect lane set up. They put the Naga against the Clockwork. They were really confident that the Clockwork will be going bottom. Who gets a lot of damage on the Naga here. Okay.
I was not expecting
Dark
that.
gets a solo kill.
Was not ready for that.
That was level 2 battery assault and no legions on the Naga. Like, she had it, but she was locked in solo with the Clockwork, and you can't cast it against the battery assault. That's indeed surprising. I don't think that's what they wanted to play it out to, but they're gonna run their dual lane Clockwork Tusk against only Naga, and I feel like this is way too slow now.
Yeah, Inflame's gonna really struggle, I feel like, against these two heroes, but they've still got this tri-lane over top, or, well, now with Elder Titan moving over towards mid, they can definitely pick on the Witch Doctor. So I wouldn't be surprised to see them just continually harass Witch Doctors. Meanwhile, over bottom, Inflame is just low again. Rocket Flare comes out to stop that salve. Under about that half health mark is this Naga Siren. Inflame's struggling to stay in this lane. At what point do you really just say, let's cut our losses and get out of here? Is Elder Titan going to be enough?
I think the Elder Titan will be enough. Now they have that additional target. They have the potential Echo Storm coming out. There's no real big cancel because you can't really snowball in on the Elder Titan in time. Even if you do, you're probably gonna end up on the tower with the Tusk and one down. So they're just gonna keep zoning Dark out, try to get as much experience on the Naga as possible. So it feels a little bit like they just want as much experience as they can snag up for the Naga, so she reaches up fast level 6. Despite the fact that he died once, he should be fine. All of their core positions do better than the ones from Keen Gaming so far. Looking at the last attack.
So it looks like they might be trying to shift over, get a kill, but again, they've got that Tusk, and that's going to be a hard one to buy into if you're LFY. Just seems like with the battery assault, the cogs, as well as the ice shards, it's going to make it tough for LFY to make anything happen. No more mana here for Dark. There's the Riptide coming through. Afu trying to run away. The Snowball comes in and will get the kill onto this Elder Titan. Again, they just go in a little bit too deep, and I think maybe underestimate the damage that can come through from Keen Gaming.
Yeah, Dark on the Clockwork especially, just you can't underestimate the battery assault. They might have fared better if the mirror image were like not cleared as fast, but it's looking really weird on the bottom line. You would not expect this lane, like Naga and Elder Titan farming up against Tusk and Clockwork. That's like a completely different story.
Cast comes out, Maledict bounces over to the neutrals, trying to TP away will be Yao. The damage is not there, but maybe in the well.
No.
Maledict just level 1, I believe, or actually level 2, so it doesn't end up getting the kill. Very close, though.
You got to 20. Excellent decision just to go for the TP, reloading. It's his only chance. And now he's going to have some infused raindrop, so he's not going to take as much damage in the future. And it's a really static laning phase so far. 4 kills, 5 minutes, mostly on the bottom lane. I think always... No, we thought at one trade off top. Nobody wants to pressure really. Like, the Tusk doesn't have the space to rotate around for Keen. He has to stay behind Dark and in case he's up against the dual lane again. And in the mid lane, we see a few kind of rotate again, but it's a Dragonite lane, so he's fine. It's Dragonite on lane against a Death Prophet. Yes, you're gonna take a lot of harass damage. On the other hand, you have a lot of regen now. He has a trusty Soul Ring up and running, so he's always gonna have enough mana in it, too.
And they just scanned him out, so they know he's coming mid. Not going to be able to get that kill. MS trading with Monet at the moment. Monet about to hit that. He just hit that level 5. He's going to be hitting that level 6 soon enough. And you take a look at MS, who's a little bit further behind. And with that level advantage for Monet, maybe we see God Strength, possible kill come through from the Witch onto the Clockwork if they have the damage. But it's just so hard with that Time Walk. So where is the potential for either team? It just seems with Dragonite, he's got just enough regen with the Dragon Blood to stay alive. Time Walk's going to keep the Faceless Void alive. And then the Tusk is really there for the saves over bottom. So where do you really go in terms of a kill for either side?
Well, you can see if Keen Gaming has problems facing up against Monet on Sven, who has level 3 in Cleave. So yes, you have a Time Walk on the Void, but you only have one every 12 seconds. So Sven is just gonna chip in the damage on him regardless if he just trades off better because he has that high armor.
Just look at the ability to get out of there. Not only do they have cogs, but they've got the Snowball with the Ice Shards, pushes him far enough away from the side of LFY. That was a perfect escape with the Snowball into the shards, into the cogs, just to get him away. It was very close to getting a kill there too. But they push the Tusk out of lane, and it makes Dark a little bit vulnerable, who's already level 6, has the hook shot. 3-1 in favor of Keen again. Like you said, not a lot of damage coming out just yet on either side. 3 kills for Keen, 1 kill for LFY, but these lanes are pretty stagnant overall.
It's all stagnant. We see rotation from Super, so this is the first one with the Dragon form. They just want to find pretty much anyone, but Dark, don't get you shot. Oh, dodges them perfectly. No vision gained due to the nighttime, 30 seconds remaining on that. They're gonna stick around, but I don't think it's gonna be enough if he's fully healed, and he sees a free mid lane, so he's just gonna rotate over around, and nothing is accomplished. Jim and A going down to all chickens, so this is the classic mid rotation. Both mid lanes just rotating to the other side, and Keen get a little bit more lucky with theirs.
Yeah, and they looked like they might re-engage over on bottom because they had the vision. They knew where the Clockwork was. They could have gone in if they really wanted to, but they stayed back from the Clockwork. They allow their Sven to die. No rotations able to go out since they did go over bottom. And there's 4 heroes over top, so Sven was pretty much a goner. And this is where Keen Gaming, I think, start to hit their stride.
Well, it is definitely ramping up to that point. The Chronosphere is up and running. Now there's the first existence of push where they actually get the tire advantage, and they want to keep going with that. They even rotate Unibottom just to defend against this push. Not sure if it's gonna do anything here with only.
Oh, Dark with the hook shot into the illusion.
had to hurt.
Right off that, they back off for just a moment. They probably could have engaged off that, just knowing that hookshot's not available. They give up the top tier 1. Bottom tier 1 still exists. They might be able to come in onto a couple of kills. There's the God Strength used. He's gotten no more in the hookshot, so he can't really get away from this. Cold Feet comes out as well. And this Astral Spirit right on top of him, but Dark just too fast.
Just gone. I think they were expecting the proc on the Cold Feet, but with the additional Wind Lace, he just ran away. And also without face boots as well. This was only Brian Boots and Wind Lace, and still he's looking up to 385 movement speed, and that was enough. We were top lane tower fell, and now they're gonna spend a lot of resources just going for that, just going for the similar trade in the mid.
And now we take a look over bottom. The Stomp. Snowball comes out from Yuna. They've got the Maledict on a couple of these heroes. The Ice Shard's gonna follow that up. Dark comes in. There's the Song. But, ooh, they gotta watch out. They need to TP out of here immediately. Otherwise, Chronosphere is gonna come through. Songed again, and there's the TP out. Chronosphere about to be used, but
he saw the TP going in over here.
He could have
thrown it down, and yeah, instead he jumped into the Song. I think he was expecting the Song to end, was a little bit confused and missed the timing, but that really benefits LFY, and I don't when they get spotted out with his stack, probably no one contesting him on it.
They've got Chronosphere to work with, so they definitely could go in if they did so choose. They just would probably want a ward around here, and Clockwork doesn't have that at the moment, but they still have the Void nearby. So it's going to be hard to go for this stack for this side of LFY.
Dog living on the edge, you could say, but he has his team kind of across the neighborhood with a smoke gang, which was spotted out because they just saw... I'm pretty sure they just saw the time walk from the leg range.
Comes in on the Yao. They've got the battery assault. That's an easy kill with the Rocket Flare, taking out that Ancient Apparition. King Gaming are pressuring so hard. They're cutting off all lanes to farm on LFY.
And they feel the pressure to lose his stack here, so they're kind of thinking about going back in there. But nobody from the side of King can really steal the stack away. So Smoke ain't gonna run into nothing with only AA falling.
I was gonna say he might look for a Chronosphere, but instead the Ensnare comes out. There's the Riptide, Dragon Tail on top of that. Rocket Flare over the top. Now they'll look for the Chronosphere if they've got people close enough, in which they do. Just has to time it right so the rest of the team can get over here. And now he's got Time Walk one more time. They look over at Inflame. There's the Mirror Image, but with the Spirit Siphon and the damage, they might be able to get this kill. Ensnare is thrown on MS. Now the Ice Blast. This could turn this fight around a little bit if they had somebody. But unfortunately, it is just Inflame had maybe the Dragon Knight stuck around. They could have gotten a kill there on the Faceless Void.
I think you were counting your losses. Yes, you might have gotten the kill on the Faceless Void, but in the end, you would have lost the Dragon Knight and the Naga side, and especially against a Hasted Death Prophet. They saw her chipping in from the mid area, so they were prepared for that. And just losing one, yeah, you kind of... They still got the T1 tower, but still, losing your core Naga is really a pain here. He is going for that Meteor Hammer, so that's something to look out for. Arcane Boots, Ring of Arcula into Meteor Hammer. So it's not a full, it's not a full carry Naga. Everybody, yeah, let's not jump the gun on that. In the end, he's gonna go for carry again, and then I'm gonna look really stupid.
Wouldn't be the first time, you know. We all do it.
Yeah, you know a lot about that, eh?
Oh yeah, I do. You stay up a little bit too long, all of a sudden you're 10 hours into a day and you say something real stupid. Hell, there are pro players who jump on the bandwagon. All about it.
At least you didn't do something insanely stupid, like calling a D good against Spiderlings or something.
I would never do that. That would never be a thing I would ever do in my life. The Dragon Tail comes over top on the Witch Doctor. They throw the Ice Blast out there, but there's the hookshot that's going to come through on the other time with the Chronosphere hitting on it too. Super in a big bad way as there's finally the Song, but the Snowball gets the kill. There's the Battery Assault coming in, but that's right into the Song. So now maybe LFY can turn it around, but in another bad spot is this Naga, looking like she's gonna drop the cogs, push her away. Ice Shards keep her close, and there's the kill. Perfectly done by King Gaming to lose absolutely nothing in that fight.
Almost got Charlotte once more, and really the Dragon Knight struggled so much against all this damage that he can't prevent. Like your Dragon Blood doesn't help you against Maledict, neither does it against the Spirit Siphon from a Death Prophet. And then your movement gets restricted as well by not only the Clockwork, but the Tusk as well. there's just so much you have to watch out for. You have that one target stun, so you can lock down one target in the fight. That's it. And if it isn't the Witch Doctor with his ultimate, you're gonna have a bad time in those fights. Especially if you're up against a position where you're fighting from a disadvantage in mid. They were sitting on the low ground from LFY and they had to fight uphill with the Naga and the Chrono. So
LFY are struggling a lot in these exchanges, but despite all that, not down too much, and it's 6,500 net worth for the Sven. Faceless Void 700 gold behind, 1,300 gold is the Death Prophet. So yeah, it's really on the Sven to keep him close, but can just the Sven hold him in this game?
I think he can. They're not too far behind. They only get 1 kill at 40 minutes, but it's also only a 1k net worth lead for King Gaming. Looking at the high returns from LFY, you have the Elder Titan to work with. You have the Dragonite with Breathfire. So you have that wave clear as well as putting out your Naga a little bit with the illusion. So they're gonna have enough to effectively hold the high ground no matter what. Beside the Void, there's no big commitment to the high ground from Keen. They can just slowly farm away, go on the defensive a little bit, and then come back with Stun and Dragonite.
Surprisingly low deficit comparing the kills, and obviously kills don't tell the story, but especially with the towers down and everything, it's a little bit surprising as Yuna gets swept up over bottom. Now we'll see if they can get the Dragon Tail with the Ice Blast coming out on top. There's the Stormhammer. That'll get the kill. And it's 8-2. They finally double up their kill count, but now there's the hook shot on the Dark, or onto Inflame on this Naga Siren. They're gonna look for the kill with the ulti flying from the Witch Doctor. Super's taking so much damage right here with all the chicken behind him. They'll get themselves a second one. Now they look over at Afu, who's gonna try and get out of there, but with the Spirit Vessel as well as the damage from Keen Gaming, they'll get the kill. 3 dead on the side of LFY. Keen Gaming lose just the Tusk Yuna to start the fight, and that's perfect again from Keen Gaming. They're okay giving up the Tusk.
And again, Dart just completely ruining the escape once more for LFY. Like, it looked like a really nice idea. They killed the Tusk, they backed out, they did some damage to T2, even if it's not much. But then Dark was there and just completely destroying them in the retreat. Like, they couldn't even turn around against them because you never turn around against Nexus, and that's just how it goes. Unless you kill the Death Prophet within 2 seconds. And that is pretty hard to accomplish considering how much farm he has already. Yield's up, Veil is up. They potentially more.
Monet in a little bit of trouble there is the Ice Shards into the Snowball right by the Shrine. So stay alive for a moment longer, but with the Walrus Punch and the damage coming out from Old Chicken, they'll get the kill. Now they're trying to trade, and Snare comes out. We'll trade for Dark. Don't see much else in a trade because this Faceless Void is coming behind them, ready to throw that Chronosphere on whoever he sees as the proper prey. And Yao's just gonna die from Crypt Swarm Spirit Siphon anyway.
Old Chicken with this early Veil of Discord is just so powerful. It's just so much magic damage that LFY has nothing against. There's no early pipe coming out from anyone. Naga not the most tanky target. Same with the Dragonite if it's not physical damage. They're really struggling to find his BKB timings. Like, Sven has kind of finished up his SNY now. He is looking for the Blink Dagger next, so no early BKB for him. White Shirty with the currency here. You don't want to commit too much to the BKB side of protective items, because then you're going to activate all your BKBs, you get a Chrono over them, and your BKBs are worthless. So, I feel like King Gaming is doing everything right, even though they don't have that much of a net worth lead. They're still looking to do so, but just having the, even if it's just 1 tower in advantage, it's still something they have on the board, and only the least important tower on the map remains for LFY.
Is that net worth lead deceptive? Is it more of like a 4, 5, 6,000 net worth feel in this game at the moment? Because that's what it seems like to me.
It feels definitely more active. LFY's net worth doesn't matter that much until they land those BKB. Most of it is on the Sven.
With the Walrus Punch. Chronosphere on top of the Dusk. They'll have the damage to get the kill in the Naga Siren, so I guess it's all worth it, but he was holding that Chronosphere for a while where I thought maybe he'd use it against this next team fight on LFY. The Ice Blast comes out. It's a little bit long, but it's going to be good enough to get the kill.
That was all about the buff, so he can't just jump away. The Ice Blast is a nice tool in this fight, both against the Exorcism, Death Prophet, and Faceless Void. because he can't just chip away, can't just dodge damage away. Monet got strength committed for it. Meanwhile, Super actually going down.
Yeah, Super gets taken out by a bunch of heroes coming over bottom. Now the snowball, that's not going to land on Monet. He's needing to get away with Yuna in charge, but not enough for those ice shards. So Echo Stomp comes through from off Fu. That'll just push away the side of Keen Gaming.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I must say, they lose their faces void in mid lane, but they have no hesitation to try and salvage if like you just rotate inbound, get a kill over here, even on Super on the Dragon Knight, which is a big pick-off. They do everything right in this game, like it's going completely to their initiative. Like LFY has to bring something to the table because otherwise Old Chicken is just gonna run away with the Death Prophet. He's looking for the BKB on himself as well. Gonna be more protective items for him. He should be fine against the stun if he doesn't get stun locked down by a Dragon Towel plus the stun. They have all the time in the world for Keen Gaming, even though they are the team that has to bring the initiative.
They have 1 kill on the Void, 1 kill on the Tusk, and 1 kill spread out throughout Clockwork and Witch Doctor. But it seems like those 4 kills and the farm they're getting, I just don't see how it's this close. Is it just strictly on the farm, not the kills? Like, how are they able to make this much room and really bring it back just to keep it this even in terms of net worth?
Yeah, I mean, Monet doing an insane job on the stun. I'm really gonna find a Witch Doctor. He has a freebie. More farm, great.
Oh yeah, with that double
Find the
damage.
wall as well, so on the plus side, feeding your supports isn't that much worth it anymore. And oh, look at the smoke gank. They're not expecting this at all from Keen.
Yeah,
They're
they
expecting
back up.
to just go back farming.
Back up for a second. There's the blink in with the Stormhammer coming through. They're going to look over at this Clockwork, but the Snowball is going to save him for now. The Ice Blast is not going to come through and hit on anything as they were in that Snowball. Now they get the kill on Dark. It's going to be on Yuna as well. Didn't really quite matter if they hit the Ice Blast or not. The damage coming in from Monet with that double damage as well as the God Strength is just 547. It just doesn't matter.
Old Chicken is hiding in the bottom, has no TP.
It was actually
I'm not sure if they want to do anything.
So now LFY have finally pulled themselves a bit of a lead here. Naga surprisingly more farm than the Dragon Knight, has the Meteor Hammer, Arcane Boots going for the Blink Dagger, but again, still working on that BKB is the DK.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Old Chicken. Gonna hit the perfect timing, gets away in the bottom lane. I was curious if they want to set up for the bottom T2, but LFI once again, they just go back, and now they claimed it, for the first time, somebody claimed a net worth lead greater than like 1,000 here. Well, King kind of had it for like half a second and then lost like 2 heroes, and it was gone again. Yeah, it's looking pretty solid for LFI, and the win probability graph agrees with me. They have about a 70% win rate in this game. That sounds about right if you ask me. They have a Sven farming, they have a Dragon Knight on the field with BKB coming in soon. They have a Naga with a Meteor Hammer, Blink Dagger, and 200 gold. So you're always gonna look into that big song initiation. If they catch the Faceless Void together with the Death Prophet or whatnot, like even if it's just 1 core with his support, they're gonna win the fight every time simply because they have a Sven, they have the Elder Titan. They have so much lockdown with the song.
Just seems like there's no way to stop the Sven at the moment, especially when he gets BKB. If Sven gets the BKB and then Dragon Knight has it at a similar timing, what do you do against this LFY team? They've been able to hold close with you for about 22 minutes without them, and where you've had double the amount of kills they had. At what point do you now, like, it's gonna fall completely downhill the second they get BKB?
Yeah, I feel like the only way for Keen to actually win those fights anymore against those BKBs is if they land perfect chrono. If they have the Foreman chrono following up with a Death Ward and whatnot, they can't burst people down even with their BKBs. Otherwise, the LFI is just gonna press their magical button, called BKB button, and then they're just gonna turn the fight around, and especially with Sven. Like, he scales so well in his fights.
Let's take a look. Meteor Hammer comes out. That's going to stun for just a moment. Yuna gets hit up. Blinking away will be in flame, I believe. You say okay. Able to TP out.
It benefits them even more. Like, Keen is struggling to find any target on the board.
Yuna almost getting hit with that Ice Blast.
No scope here.
That's what it's all about. My favorite hero, Ancient Apparition. Gotta throw those passes like you're Peyton Manning. Make a nice American football reference right there that you will have no idea about.
Yeah, what was I about to say?
These
Nice double
wars.
centuries in the mid once more, yeah.
I saw you circle it.
Perfect,
I'm like,
insane.
That's where it's going.
It's like, I hate it when it happens when you play support. You're just two supports rotating somewhere, trying like, I'm gonna get some more. I do something for the team and then do it on the exact same moment. It is impossible to communicate that because you don't think about it that much. And it's, well, I guess I have two sort of like, if there's ever like a sentry or an invis he's at least here they're gonna see him, so they just hope at least one of them pays off here. Just look at the positioning from LFY again. They stack up with 5 people, not taking any risk, and now they go for the smoke gangs. They're gonna smoke their own jungle now.
Yeah,
And if they're lucky, they're gonna find a Witch Doctor, which is for some reason up here alone.
and they both have BKB, both Super and Monet, so they're looking ripe and ready to go. Void over by where the shrine once stood. If they could find the Void, that would be absolutely crucial. But a nice scan coming out from Keen Gaming, absolutely perfect. But I don't know if that's gonna save him. Clockwork, he's dead. Earth Splitter not even needed. Look at the kill with that God Strength, and let's see if they go right into Roshan with that, knowing that Keen Gaming have backed off quite a bit.
They don't need a Roshan. They have the Dragon Form up and running. They don't want to commit it to the Roshan at least. So they're just gonna try it and try to trade it to mid tower and then go back to the Rosh. Or do they? Yeah, with Meteor they should, right?
Maybe.
Not with the haste as well. Oh, you don't either. Great, so they don't even
So we're both wrong.
We're both wrong. Yeah, it's the plot twist.
Plot twist, they're gonna go back and farm.
Yeah, that's what they do best on. But it's a 2k net worth lead. They're just gonna grow from here. Sven has a phenomenal net worth, sitting at 14,000 to the 12,000 of the face ward and 10,000 on the death profit. He has a 5k lead over his own Dragon Knight as well as the Naga Siren. Just everything's looking well for them. Naga even going back to a mechanism. that's a good timing. 30-minute mechanism. Cool.
It'll work. Nice little Astral Spirit comes out, hits on the MS, so they know they're smoked up. And with that, they'll take their retreat.
Yeah, stacking up S5 in the mid lane once more. Just, they're not giving any quarter here to King Gaming, and now they, if Keen ever wants to go for Roche, they have to do with the Exorcism and keep the Void out of the pit. Otherwise, they just risk the Sven, and nobody wants to go for Roche if there's a Sven on the field with a Blink Dagger BKB, because he can potentially just two-shot your team.
I actually love that Astral Spirit so much, because especially if you're trying to see where somebody's smoked and you can get it out there, it gives away a smoke. And that was perfect from LFY. Once they got that, they're able to disengage, don't take a fight on the terms of Keen Gaming.
Yeah, not a lot of abilities do that, actually.
Naga in very deep with the Ensnare Meteor Hammer not combo, forcing Dark to use that hook shot. Ooh, but a song coming in, that actually hits on 2. They got to figure out who they want to go to. There's the Earth Splitter coming in. That's going to hit on MS, continuing to come in forward. But there it is. There's the Chronosphere. That'll lock into. They use the Snowball, but that's on a BKB Super Dragonite. The turnaround coming on through. That's not going to avoid the Ice Blast. And now they'll take out the Witch Doctor. Going on forward is going to be Old Chicken with this Death Prophet. Spirit Siphon. Cryptsworn takes out 2 with the help of Yuna. And LFY, despite having the jump there, unfortunately lose 2, and they only take out a Witch Doctor right into the Rosh Pit. Is going to be King Gaming.
I must say, that was a really good initiation for LFY initially, but then they kind of lacked the damage, and AA buyback, beware. I wonder how y'all even got the network to actually go for a buyback, but I guess. He didn't even have the ultimate until now, so just the impact. Buyback on the AA, and he forces like 5 heroes out of the pit. That's interesting. And back to the sword. They had nothing against Death Prophet. Death Prophet was in the back, not taking any damage. Exorcism just straight up won them the fight. So Old Chicken just, yeah, I exist, therefore you lose the fight. Thank you.
To be fair to Ancient Apparition, his buyback is still only costing him about 300 gold.
Yeah, that's kind of how it goes. not having the best game, but AA is still here he can't afford to because he has that one button. Everything else is pretty much a bonus for him.
It's that typical position 6 Ancient Apparition. Ice Shards come in. There's the Astral Spirit. The Blink on forward from Inflame. The Ensnare is going to come on through to this Death Prophet. Spirit Siphon is there for a moment, but the Euls is going to be up from Old Chicken. At least for now, they're okay on Keen Gaming. Song is going to be up in 5 seconds. There's the hook shot on forward. We take a look into the Roach Pit. That's going to get a lockdown from Super as well as Monet. They both pop their BKBs. Meanwhile, the ulti is going to be used by this Witch Doctor. The Snowball comes out on 2. There's the Chronosphere on to 3. And they'll take out Afu. They'll take out Yao. Now they're looking for more, but that forces out the Song. I don't think they can turn this around despite Super being so healthy as well as Monet. I think for a moment, we're looking for something there with maybe a TP out from Super, but didn't exactly make sense for me. Is now MS coming in a little bit deep with that Shadow Blade, looking for Inflame still. Dragon Breath on a Dark. Let's take a further look onto this Naga Siren as now there's the Manta Style use. These bashes coming in handy as they go for the kill on the Inflame. Old Chicken takes out Super. That's going to be another kill. 4 die on the side of LFY, and Keen Gaming push on through to get a huge team fight victory. Wow.
Just again, that looks just super strong from King Gaming. Again, the Death Prop just doing all the work in the fight. That was without the Exorcism. They're gonna get to C2, potentially going for more. They just killed 3 heroes with the Aegis up and running. While God Strength is available for LFY, I don't see them defending this. Like, they're gonna lose 2 more additional tires on the bot lane. You won't they weren't just committed just to defend the T1 tire. That's for sure. And 20 seconds on the clock for Dragon Knight. They're just gonna establish themselves on the bottom lane for Keen.
An absolutely amazing fight there from Keen Gaming, and now LFY. 3 heroes are alive, and still Keen Gaming back off. They're gonna play this ultra safe.
A little bit surprising actually how they actually decide to do that. They're gonna stack up for the shrine. There's smoke on any of them. Can't see any non-flying out, so no smoking coming through. Definitely interesting. They did decide to go for the Battle Fury. Void is now looking for the MKBs. He has some more damage, but where's your damage against the Warcry when this one has so much armor already, and he's looking for an AC to just amplify that even more. It all resolves around Old Chicken on the Death Prophet. Your Exorcism or your Spirit Siphon, these are the damage spells you have in those fights available. The rest is just pure lockdown and trying to avoid getting caught off guard. Smoke directly on the ward. They're aware of this. They're all backing off.
This is going to be tough because LFY, they're really, I think, forcing themselves right now, knowing that they have the Aegis still on Sven. Oh, Courier. There's going to be the blink on forward to the Ice Blast in the Cogs. So look to take out this Clockwork, but the Snowball save is there again with the Spirit Siphon holding them through. Oh, another nice Chronosphere is going to come out on 3 to try and get the save. The cast bouncing around. Now they'll look for the ulti from the Witch Doctor as the time walk out. They'll take out this Clockwork, and now the Clockwork immediately buys back. But look at Monet, he's getting shredded. He can't stand and trade, and a huge hook shot coming in from Dark, who just popped back. The Song will be used, but that's not going to be enough to save Super, and with that, LFY are forced to retreat, and I don't know how far away they even get. Ice Shards are perfect. Now they look at Afu with the Walrus Punch. Spirit Vessel on top of him. Force Staffs are going to be on forward. Afu trying to run away with the Rocket Flare as well, doing damage to him. He is just going to make it back to base, but Keen Gaming will continue to push.
Even without the Exorcism, they have heroes that have a high amount of base damage with the Void, for example, and the Clockwork. So they might get a T3 tire here. Just if a normal Witch Doctor ult in the fight once more, just zoning at everybody, he finds that sweet spot over in the trees on the map and just doing so much in those fights. And Chrono again, just two BKBs and completely caught off guard from LFY. And
nice blink, Stormhammer, God Strength BKB to get the kill on the Witch Doctor, but what else do they have to go after this Faceless Void? Meanwhile, Dark takes out Yao, a big part to this lineup when you land that Ice Blast, but now he's out for 50 seconds. They still don't have Super for 7, and King Gaming, they've done a little bit of chip damage to the Tier 3, but they lost themselves a Witch Doctor, and now they can just back off.
I think this is, again, that's okay for Keen. They forced the BKB force button for only the Witch Doctor, they get the AA in return. Means Night Sing on 6 seconds on the BKB for the stun, 7 for the Dragon Knight. Yeah, don't forget the chrono is lasting 5 seconds at this point. So they're gonna eliminate the BKBs once they go on the lowest cooldown possible. Lowest duration, not cooldown.
This is actually crazy that it seems so quickly to get to 6 seconds on these BKBs. They're being used quite often, and I know they're almost forced into using them, but at the same time, it just doesn't seem like they've benefited that well.
Yeah, BKB is an item in this game which they have to buy in order to stay alive. But
Hook
also
shot
there's the
on the
chrono.
Super. There's the rocket flare to follow it up. They'll try to get Super out of the way with the battery assault hitting from Dark. And for now, he's able to escape, but there was 5 heroes coming in from King Gaming ready to go.
I feel like LFY should be a team that should be ahead at this point by so much, but this boy is just stacking up to the net worth of the Sven. He's sitting on his own 19k. He caught up so well. Sven just not finding those targets in the fight. Like ideally you want to delete 1 or 2 heroes, and perfect would be supports if you jump in with your Sven, but we just did not see that happen. Even with a song, they should have the initiative, right? Like,
yeah.
it's a Blink Naga Siren with a song and a Meteor Hammer and an Elder Titan to follow it up. You have so much utility in the fight, but you never manage to even get Old Chicken or the Faceless Void off guard. The only thing they ever got is, like, a Tusk and a Clockwork. And Clockwork presses 1 button, the Pyrocox, and you don't want to be near him in the fight.
Both Clockwork and Tusk going for Ags right now. Looking closer to that Walrus kick. Yeah, Naga Ags is very helpful and does have the gold for it. That is, I think, a huge item.
I'm pretty sure Yona on the Tusk just builds the Aghanims because he really wants to kick somebody into the Chronosphere. And I want to see that too. I'm really excited for that.
Oh my god.
He has a Blink Dagger 4 stuff. Just imagine the play. He sees somebody using his BKB or wanting to, and he just kicks them into the chrono. Screw you. That would be so amazing to see. I'm gonna keep an eye out on that. You better not miss it, B-Cop. I don't want any tutors in the chat.
No, I'll see it if it happens, hopefully. I pray.
But yeah, the Aghanims on the Naga complete now. It's not gonna have that much impact, I assume. I think he really built it because all the heroes also tanky with Dragonite, with Super on the Dragonite and Monet on the Sven. So just to have that heal if needed, if not just utilize it in front of a high ground to heal up.
Blink Riptide, maybe trying to draw some aggression from Keen Gaming at the moment, who do have that long range initiation. I think that Rocket Flare does spot Super. And with the Astral Spirit sent forward, still nobody going in on either side just yet. They'll actually send Monet to get this double damage over towards top.
Emerson front lane, it feels so safe. He has BKB, he has Manta start up. He's not gonna get silenced or anything. Like, he's just gonna sit there. Even if they initiate on him, then you have that backup Death Prophet. And both teams played super safe again. Like, they stand behind this line for LFY. They try to interact in this area for Keen, not taking any risks. Nobody wants to get caught off guard because the moment you lose anyone in the early fights, you're supposed to lose it. Especially Old Chicken. If Old Chicken dies, Keen has no damage output beside the Void anymore.
Surprising to see Monet commit to top, or he shows himself top for just a moment. Is he trying to force a rotation to come through from LFY to go, or from Keen Gaming to go in on LFY and then TP back?
Well, there's no real threat to the T2 tower. He can TP in just in time. He doesn't want to be there at the start of the fight because he doesn't want to get caught off guard in the chrono. He still has 2 points to TP to, both the Shrine and the T2 tower. So why risk it? Instead, he's just gonna push out. He's gonna eventually look for the push on his own T2 tower.
Ooh, Dark's in real deep. I like his positioning, but now immediately caught out by the Astral Sphere. They'll look for the Dragon Tail. That's going to be the sweep coming through from this Elder Titan. Let's see if they can continue on forward. There's the Breathe Fire. This team, this King Gaming side, will be pushed away for now. They've got the Sven coming back into this fight, but again, immediately blinks away to clean up this mid-tier 3. So the opportunity again rises for Keen Gaming to initiate look for a Chronosphere and make a play.
They have a little bit of a
Blink,
business
Dragon
as
Tail
well.
into the Ice Blast, possibly Stormhammer, Force Stamp out of the Ice Blast, and now they'll get themselves the hookshot. Monet's going to pop that BKB. Earth Splitter does absolutely nothing in this engagement. Now the BKB is going to be popped by Super Chicken going in. Yao's going to be absolutely shredded by this Exorcism. Meanwhile, they'll take out the Witch Doctor. MS not really going for a Chronosphere just yet. He continues to just look for something else, and now there's the Chronosphere, but you've lost yourself. The rest of your team onto the side, but I say that as Monet, again, he can't fight against this Exorcism. MS kills Yao, but they finally kill MS. The Meteor Hammer comes through. It's Old Chicken who's really doing the sustained damage here. The Chronosphere is nice, but this is a very late song.
That took him so long with the song, now getting caught up in the Chrono in the back line and just sniping off the Sven again. At least they killed the Faceless Void, otherwise they would have just lost the T2, if not the high ground there.
That Exorcism does so much damage to this Sven. Battery Assault coming through from Dark with the blink on in from Yuna. Looking for those Ice Shards. Snowball Super in such a bad way. The Silence comes out on 3. There's going to be the Walrus Punch into the kill. Super again just caught way too far out.
And that's a gem as well, so now it's a 7k lead instead of like only 2k lead. They should have really backed off after their T2 went so late. They even committed to fortification, they wanted to deny it, if not they re-engaged, but instead at least they DK. That was really unnecessary to lose even more, and a little bit of a miscommunication, I would say.
Super's been getting caught out a couple of times. That has really pushed LFY back. It just seems like his positioning in all these fights have been a little bit lackluster.
Yeah, it feels like LFY, they're trying to do the right thing, but Keen is so good at isolating the Sven outside the, either outside the Chronosphere, and just hitting him down while the Chronosphere is going on the back line, or they just include him in the Chronosphere and then they just kill everybody else. They just really wait for him and isolate him in every fight so far, and they're gonna go for the second rage, and this is without the Exorcism as well. And MS has enough damage on the face of Void, you can just straight up go for it, and this is Cheese 2.
Aegis picked up, Cheese picked up on the Clockwork. Finally, the Walrus Kick will be there.
Oh yeah. Going for more Aghanims upgrades. Walrus Kick. Never thought we were gonna see that again.
I've been thinking that they need to change that axe because nobody picks it up.
I mean, as long as it's not like, I don't know, Faces Void Aghanims, I think it's fine.
I like Void Axe. I think it's good.
I think it's really bad, but I keep getting called out on it.
Super situational, but it's really good. To cut that cooldown is, if you have the team that can go around it, that's perfect.
Yeah, but in a game like this, it would not make sense. Like they don't need to chrono every 60 seconds.
Yeah.
Going for the plus 40 attack speed on the Void, skipping out the time or cast rate. Interesting. He's approaching level 25 too. Wonder if he actually takes the Chronosphere AE. That would be glorious to see with the Exorcism coming out.
You might want to take that backtrack. We'll see.
No. This is where you get Chronosphere AE just so your Tusk has a better chance of kicking somebody into the Chrono. This is just what you have to do.
I'm waiting for it. Yuna is sitting far enough back where I definitely feel like he's trying to position that way. Ags picked up on Dark, so now you've got Hookshot every 12 seconds.
How many Aghanims this down? 1, 2... Oh, a lot of Aghanims this game.
Naga's 3.
Yao can only dream on the AA. He wants it too, but might gonna take him a little bit. He's still sitting on below 2,000 net worth at 43 minutes.
Yeah, his net worth is granting him a 300 gold buyback, so he could dream about wanting.
Yeah, that's the plan, right? Always have your AA buyback. Never lose.
Super thinking about going in. There's the time walk immediately out, but up in 4 seconds. Maybe we see the Chronosphere come in just a moment. MS setting up like he wants to just throw it, but instead He'll go right after the Rain Drax. Take that out. There's the Blink in with the Storm Hammer. The force staff away. Hookshot came in at the same time. Dark is going to whip that first Ag's hookshot. Thankfully, he has it again in 4 seconds. Look at this damage on the MS. Forced to use that buyback.
The BKB, you mean, but yeah.
Dragon Tail onto the Witch Doctor. Deep in is that Witch Doctor, unfortunately. He'll be killed off.
They're fine with that. They got it. They got what they came for. They even got more. They only wanted the T3 to fall. They even got the range ranks as well. Now they're gonna back off. They wait for the cooldowns. Might as well take a shrine in the meantime, and then just go down mid again, finish off that mini racks, because they established on the high right now. And we've seen in the last fight, like, nothing can stop the Void unless it's raw damage output. Like, he's fine with silences and roads because he has BKB as well as Manta Style, and there's always this threat from the Cronus Wave from him just coming in.
This is quite the tough game for LFY at the moment, down 13,000 net worth, and it seems so difficult for them to get back in, especially when Super gets caught out like this, forced to use the BKB. The team's coming around the bend, but how long till they really get here? MS is ready to go to throw that Chronosphere. Uses the time dilation, gets the kill, the song late and far again. Meteor Hammer on top of this Walrus, that is the Tusk, but again, it's just not doing anything.
You just lost Super. He has no buyback for 70 seconds. If they realize it for Keen, they might as well take another axe. In 30 seconds, there will be another exorcism available.
Hookshot onto this Sven. BKB is going to be popped. Silence comes through on an MS. He's still got that Chronosphere available. Finally uses it. And now, I was waiting for Yuna to maybe kick someone into it, but instead he sits a little bit far back. There's the hookshot. That actually stuns up two of these heroes. The buyback from the Dragon Knight as well as the Sven. They'll take out Apu, look for more. They'll get the kill into the Naga Siren Inflame, who's now trying to really question his pickups in this game. But the buybacks from 3 heroes on LFY. They'll finally take out the Aegis on Faceless Void. You take a look at Super. He's silenced for just a moment. The Echo Stomp comes out on 2. Might lead to a couple of kills here with the Earth Splitter coming in, and it will. Stormhammer, this is shredding MS. Now they look over at Dark. The God Strength damage is just too much. Can they take out this Death Prophet? That's really the question. You've got the Silence. There's the Aeon Disc proccing. Stormhammer comes in. There's the Blink on forward. Old Chicken trying to run away. But with the Solar Crest, oh man, that friggin' speed from Old Chicken. Thanks to the Exorcism.
Yeah, level 25. Perfect talent in this game, if you ask me. Like, he's never gonna get stunned up full too long with Aeon Disc as well as the BKB. Just, I know, like, it looked so good for Keen Gaming. They still got out ahead of this fight due to the triple buyback on 3 of the LFY heroes, Elder Titan, Dragon, and Anti-Stun. Both blew their buyback. They bought back their Tusk, which I think he regrets that buyback in hindsight, but that's just something you have to deal with. Now you're looking LFY. What do you do if you're LFY? You look for Rage, but well, you just killed the Aegis, so Rage is not going to be able to fall another 4 to 5 minutes. You don't even have the T2's down, and also no God Strength. Comes up in 10 seconds.
Sven with the Bloodthorn now. He hits decently hard. He's just got to be able to throw a shot. He's been locked in the Chronosphere, silenced up. It's hard for him to really make any big plays.
I mean, yeah, he has the Blood Zone, but what do you do? Who do you use? If you throw it out on a Witch Doctor or something, that's fine. That's probably one of the best targets you can find. Maybe even on the Clockwork, but you have Tusk, who just pretty much doesn't care. He's fine. If he gets silenced up, he just runs. Death Prophet has that Aeon Disc. She has 3 tools to actually dispel it. Yield Scepter, BKB, Aeon Disc. The same goes with the Void. He has Manta Style and BKB to just shake it off. And it feels like this Bloodthorn is not going to have as much effect as we hope.
They were technically able to hold in that last exchange. It did cost them a lot of buybacks. Hookshot comes in deep onto the Naga Siren. Let's see what they're able to do to get this kill. Dark Cast bouncing around BKB, pop by Old Chicken. The Ice Blast comes in onto absolutely nothing. MS looking to set up for something. He's got that Chronosphere available to him. Inflame already killed off. There's the buyback from the Naga Siren with the Exorcism. Hookshot again. There's the Stormhammer. That's going to come out. They'll look for the Chronosphere onto 3 as Super had just blinked in. But the song actually keeps him alive. There's the Meteor Hammer on top. No. Actually going to be able to throw that Meteor Hammer, and now they look over at the other direction. Hookshot again, that's going to hit onto Yao. They look for more as the ensnare is finally going to come through onto the clockwork, but it's not going to be enough damage yet. But they've got the God Strength coming in from Monet with the BKB finally off the Earth Splitter hits. But MS with the Time Walk able to heal up quite a bit. Now they've got the Storm Hammer. That's going to come through on a Tusk one more time. The hookshot hits, and now they're in a little bit of trouble on the side of LFY. They've already lost Super. Old Chicken with the Yules. They continue on forward on the side of Keaton Gaming. They'll look for a hookshot again in just a moment. The Echo Stomp, that's going to lock in a couple of heroes on the side of Keaton Gaming. But then again, there's the hookshot one more time onto Inflame, and now they need to really run.
They're getting the meteorites. Void, MS, do you want to stop? Still going.
Ensnare. Witch Doctor
Yeah, he
coming
just
back in.
turns around and threatens them, and he's intimidating them just by turning around.
Storm Hammer, but the Yules comes through from Old Chicken. The Echo Stomp keeps him there. Time Dilation, Hookshot, Dart doing a lot of damage. Monet in a lot of trouble. He's going to get quite low. Killed off. No buyback down for 120 seconds, and this is looking like
Might be the game.
Apparently there was a Walrus kick that came onto the Sven.
You did?
I just completely missed. I mean, it was probably on camera, but I missed it with my eyes.
Good job, Twitch Chef. Keep reminding him what he misses.
So King Gaming take game one. 22,000 net worth lead. 35-19 in terms of kills. 50 minutes in. They look really good. I mean, they had some bad fights, but like it was only like one or two.
Old Chicken never died.
Yeah, 10-0
He's
and 17.
10-0.
Wow. Absolutely demolishing there.
Also, there's a phenomenal amount of damage in this game. 40,000, just more than anybody else actually on the team. Actually, Dark with the 35,000 damage on the clockwork. MS was really didn't just the token chrono. Just jump in, get the chrono on the BKBs. Thank you.
And the rest of my team will do the work. So yeah, Keen Gaming, they look really good there, especially Old Chicken, as he is new to this Keen Gaming squad, and or newer to this Keen Gaming squad, and they look good enough to beat LFY, who are now again on the downslope. So LFY, they lose this game. They're hoping to split so they can grab a point in this group stage. If not, Keen Gaming, they're gonna look really good after this first best of two in this group stage for them. So we'll be back with game two in just a moment. LFY versus King Gaming. I'm your caster, BCop, joined here by Panama the Moon. On Twitter, we are at BCop92 and at Panama of the _moon. So we'll be back in just a moment. 1-0 King Gaming. Stay right there.